Welcome all of you. My name is Abhay. Today video is about element 2, how health and safety management system work and what they look like. This is unit IG1 element 2. In element 1, we have studied about why we should manage workplace health and safety. In this element, we will know about how health and safety management system work and what they look like. Once you study this element, you should be able to give an overview of element of an occupational health and safety management system and the benefit of having formal certified system. Second one is discuss the main ingredient of occupational health and safety that make it effective, policy, responsibilities and arrangement section. We will divide it in 2.1 and 2.2. As you have seen, in the first learning objective, we have to study about the element of occupational health and safety management system and the benefit of having formal certified system. So let's get started. As we know that any occupational health and safety management system is based on PDCA cycle. That means plan, do, check, act. Plan means you have to set your aim and objective and then plan how to achieve them. In do section, put your plan into effect and implement them. And check means monitor your performance toward the aim and objective that you set yourself. And act means routinely review progress and change what you are doing if it is look like you are missing your target. So this is a cycle. So continuously you have to do plan, do, check it, plan, do, check it. So any system like ILO, ISO, all are based on the plan, do, check it. So we will first study about ILO Occupational Health and Safety 2001. ILO Occupational Health and Safety Management System. ILO is the international body. So this is the element of ILO management system, policy, organizing, planning and implementing, evaluation, action for improvement. And to check this, we will do audit. So this is the dotted line is the control line or black line is the information line. That means audit will control policy, organization, everything, and audit will give information to the action for improvement. First element is policy. It is a clear statement which need to be established health and safety as a prime commitment of management at all level of the organization, but particularly at the top level. So it is the clear statement of commitment to health and safety. In organizing, this is the part of the plan. It is a framework of role and responsibility for health and safety must be created within the organization from senior management to frontline worker, including the appointment of the specialist staff. Second one is in organizing, role and responsibility for health and safety are set at all level in the organization. Third is planning and implementing. It is part of the do. It is the detailed arrangement to manage health and safety and risk assessment. So a detailed arrangement must be made for the management of health and safety. Central to this idea is the concept of risk assessment and identification and implementation of safe system of work and protective measures. Third one is evaluation. Evaluation comes under check, plan to check, it comes under a check. And in this method to monitor and review the effectiveness of the arrangement. So a method must be devised to monitor and review the effectiveness of the arrangement put into place. This might be done reactively or actively. Next one is audit. Audit means independent, critical, systematic review of the management system to ensure that all parts are working acceptably well. Next one is action for improvement. Any shortcoming identified by the review process must be corrected as soon as possible by making whatever adjustment are necessary to policy, organization, and arrangement for the implementation. And last one is continual improvement. The health and safety management system will be developed over time. It can't be constant. So the intention is that management system will not remain static but will develop over time to become increasingly appropriate and useful to organization that it exists to serve. This is the ISO 45001 Occupational Health and Safety Management Standard, and the picture shows their element. As you know very well, ISO is international standard and the element is first one is context of the organization. As you can see number 4, leadership and worker participation, planning, support it's come under do, operation it comes under do, performance evaluation it comes under check, and improvement it comes under act. So this is the element. It also work on PDCA cycle, plan, do, check, act. Act means improvement. At the end of this session, module 2.1, there is one question for you. What are the key element of the ILO occupational health and safety? The element of the ILO occupational health and safety management system is policy, organizing, planning, implementation, evaluation, action for improvement and audit, and continual improvement is also important. So these are the elements of the ILO occupational health and safety management system. In element 2.2, we will study about making the management system work, the health and safety policy. This is the second learning outcome of this element. So as we know that the foundation stone of an effective occupational health and safety management system is health and safety policy. A good health and safety policy set out the organization's general approach and commitment to achieve particular aim and objective. So health and safety is an important document which is the foundation stone for good health and safety management in an organization, which set out organization aim, which identifies who is responsible for achieving these aims, states how the aim are to be achieved, and specific to each organization requirement. So it vary from organization to organization. If you go on the site or workplace, it is a physical document. So let us discuss why might the health and safety policy of two organizations be different. One size fit all approach to developing. Your answer could be like this: organization, every organization has different structure and characteristics, different hazard and risk, which greatly influence the policy. A large hospital has different policy, and a small window cleaning business have different policy. So as per the requirement of the organization, it will vary from company to company. Even same types of organization like a steel plant or cement plant have different types of policy, because it is the intention of the management what they want to do in safety. So that's why it will vary from company to company whether it is a small or big. As per the Article 14 ILO recommendation R164, as we have already studied in the previous slide, this is guideline given on Convention C155, which require employer to set down in writing policy and arrangement for health and safety management where circumstances warrant it in a ready understood language or medium. That means you have to make this policy as per the local language so everyone can easily understand it. If we further divide health and safety policy, there are three parts: a statement of intent, organization, and arrangement. In a statement of intent, what is going to be done? That means it is the organization philosophy in relation to management of health and safety. In organization section, it indicates who is going to do it, who will do it. So it indicates the chain of command of health and safety management and identifies role and responsibilities. In the arrangement section, how they are going to be done. So in this section, it outlined the for the effective management of health and safety in general term, how risk assessment are to be carried out, and also deal with the management of specific issues like arrangement for ensuring the safety of visitors. So everything will be in the part of the arrangement. So first part of the policy, general statement of intent. In this section, management set out overall aim and objective, complying with the law, achieving standards, reminds worker at all level of their responsibilities, signed and dated by the most senior person. And who will be the most senior person? Chief Executive Officer, CEO, or Managing Director of the organization. And it must be regularly reviewed. Generally, it is done annually, but in some organization, it is done after 3 or 4 years. But it can be reviewed if any changes happen within the organization in term of technology, process, person. In the first part of this section, we have to set out the objective. Then objective must be smart. Smart means a specific, clearly defined and precise. Measurable, that means it can be toward a target, quantified. Achievable, it can be done. Reasonable, that means it can be done within the time scale and resources which is available at the site. And time bound, that means deadline and time scale must be there. So if you are going to set a smart objective, you can set like this. That means, for example, review of all 48 risk assessment within a 14-month period. That means it is clearly defined. It is measurable. That means within within 12 months, it is 48 risk assessment can be reviewed. It is achievable. Yeah, really, we can do it. Reasonable. Yeah, this can be done within the time scale resources. It is time bounded. That means 12-month given. So it is a smart objective. So we have to set the objective just like that. So setting a smart objective, it will be important to consider who is going to set the objective, how objective will be set at each functional level, legal and other requirement you have to also consider, hazard and risk assessment also you have to consider, technological option also need to be considered, and financial, operational and business requirement also need to be considered. Views of interested parties also need to be considered. So this is the important things which need to be considered while setting a smart objective. So let's do some group exercise. What targets could be included? General examples only needed. So to set the smart objective, we can set accident rate reduction, reduced absence, active monitoring participation, delivery of key objective, that is risk assessment, and delivery of training programs. So these are the some example of targets which can be set under the smart objective. Organizational role and responsibilities. This is the second section of the policy. In this section, we have to set role and responsibilities, which outline the chain of command of health and safety management and which identifies the role and responsibility of the staff, usually includes an organizational chart relating to health and safety, and it will shows a line of communication and feedback. We can see through this picture we have to set like that. This is the managing director, top management. In managing director there will be some directors, there is some manager, supervisor and employee. So parallelly health and safety advisor will be there who will advise at every level in the organization chart. It is health and safety organization chart. So what will be the responsibility of every level in the organization chart? CEO or MD is ultimately responsible and accountable. Management responsible for day-to-day management. All employee will be responsible for acting safely. Competent persons, first aider and fire marshal have some responsibilities, and a specialist health and safety practitioner responsible for providing advice to support management and employees. So this is the defined role in the organizational section. In the third section of safety policy will be arrangement, how risk assessment will be carried out, how information, instruction and training will happen, accident and near miss reporting system, recording and investigation, developing safe system of work, and welfare and first aid provision, ability, fire safety and prevention program will be there, emergency procedure will be developed, and compliance monitoring including auditing procedure will be developed and used. So these are the points which need to be included in the arrangement section. So let's do some exercise. Can you think of any other specific health and safety hazard? Write down as many as you can think of which you believe should be included in the arrangement section of health and safety policy. So beside that, there may be some specific risks and problems arrangement at the site, like lone working arrangement, noise exposure control, vibration exposure control, control of exposure to toxic material, control of crowds, control of transport risk, a specific health surveillance requirement, and waste disposal. These are the some specific arrangement which can also be included as per the organization requirement. How can a health and safety policy be effectively communicated, and when should it be reviewed? So a policy can be effectively communicated by making it clear and concise documentation. Training and education can help to communicate well. Visual ad can be used like poster, infographic, videos, digital signages. Open communication can be used. Regular reminders in safety meeting, toolbox talk, emails, newsletter, or bulletins. These are the some method can be used to effectively communicate health and safety policy. And when should it be reviewed? Policy can be reviewed if any changes happen, or changes will be in the term of key personnel, management structure, process, technology, legislation, or if any accident happen following an incident as a result of enforcement action, after an audit, and after workers consultation, and after passes of time like annually. So these are some condition when policy could be reviewed. So this is some exercise for you. What are the three key part of health and safety policy? As we have discussed, there are three key part of the health and safety policy, which is a statement of intent, organization section, arrangement section. So we have completed element 2 of unit IG1, how health and safety management system work and what they look like. So let's summarize what we have learned. So we have learned about the look at the ILO Occupational Health and Safety 2001 Occupational Health and Safety Management System, which can be summarized as policy, organizing, planning, implementation, evaluation, action for improvement, and audit. We have outlined the ILO 45001 safety management system. In this system, these are the elements: context of the organization, leadership and worker participation, planning, support, organization, operation, performance evaluation, improvement. We identified the occupational health and safety policy of an organization as an important document which set out what the organization aim are with regard of occupational health and safety, who is responsible for achieving those aims, and how those aims are to be achieved. We explained the policy is usually presented in three parts: general statement of intent, the organization section, and the arrangement section. We have noted that occupational health and safety policy have to be reviewed in order to stay current and relevant, and that review must be carried out periodically or in response to changes. So I hope you will like this video, and we have completed element 2. In next video we will start element 3, which is managing risk, understanding people and process. So stay connected, stay safe. I am Abhay Singh signing off.